Good evening and welcome to MTV's news update for today, August 31, 2021. I'm Ashley Scotland. First, our top headlines. Government to expand services at COVID hospital. Second set electoral reforms being drafted. Pensioner burned to death in house. And in sport, Warriors to face Knight Riders tomorrow in third CPL match. Now for the news in details. Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, said the government is moving to expand services at the Infectious Diseases Hospital, located at Liliendal, East Coast, Demerara, which is currently treating COVID-19 cases. Social Giles reports.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony said more persons are becoming infected with the coronavirus. According to him, there are more than 30 patients in the COVID-19 intensive care unit at the Infectious Diseases Hospital. However, the ministry is preparing a contingency plan to cater for cases of overcrowding at the hospital. The Health Ministry intends to convert wards at various hospitals into COVID intensive care units and will also use field hospitals should cases continue to surge across the country.
We have right now 33 persons in the ICU. 33. We have capacity for about 40 in the ICU. We are working to expand that so that we can add probably another 10 beds. And if we start getting more patients, we are also looking at a contingency of adding maybe 50 more beds to the Ocean View facility.
The health minister noted that it has become worrying as there are currently 1,933 active cases of coronavirus. Some 145 new cases and 5 deaths were recorded within the last 24 hours. Currently, 111 persons are in the hospital. Minister Anthony is again urging persons to take the necessary precautions and get vaccinated against COVID-19.
I really want to urge people to take precautions. Those public health measures that we've spoken about, masking, sanitizing, social distancing. Now more than ever, we need to take them because the Delta variant is more contagious than all previous variants that we have seen, so you can get infected. And if you get infected and you're not adhering to the rules of staying home, staying isolated, you are going to infect other persons.
So far, 313,469 persons have received their first dose of the vaccine, which represents 61% of the adult population, while 161,022 adults have been fully immunized. Reporting for MTV News Update, Social Giles.
The Attorney General's Chambers is making significant strides in the drafting of the Amendment Act for electoral reform as the Attorney General is in the process of completing the second set of draft electoral reforms. Here is Lewin Williams.
Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General Anil Nandlal, Senior Counsel, during an interview with GlobeSpan 24/7 last night, said he is in the process of completing a second draft for the Electoral Reform Amendment Act. Nandlal explained that this initiative is a work in progress, and already the Ministry of Legal Affairs has completed the first draft. During the AG's weekly program Issues in the News, he revealed that the first set of the drafts are before the political leaders for consultations, and it will be made available to the public soon.
Of course, under my ministry, you have the important reform which we promise must take place in the electoral arena. The statutory provisions which we have targeted for reform and which we have committed will be made public in due course. That is a work in progress.
Guyana's electoral reform program is being funded by the International Republican Institute, IRI, and is aimed at strengthening the capacity of the Guyana Elections Commission. The IRI will also be coordinating with India and Canada in assisting the government to reform the laws governing the electoral process in Guyana. The PPPC government, after assuming office in August 2nd, 2020, vowed to conduct electoral reform following the events that unfolded during the March 2 general and regional elections. Minister of Legal Affairs explained that the ministry will be examining the process of the elections from the time registration begins until the cycle where elections results are disclosed.
We are looking at the laws to see how we can tighten all the loopholes correct whatever deficiencies we may be able to identify. Look at where miscreants have been able to exploit what they consider to be ambivalent and ambiguous provisions and bring clarity to those provisions.
Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, has encouraged community health workers, CHWs, who graduated on Saturday, to continue advancing themselves in the area of health with the educational opportunities being provided by the PPPC government. Minister Anthony was delivering the feature address at a graduation ceremony held on the lawns of the Mabaruma Town Hall. He noted that while the 14-week training program has prepared the CHWs as health police and ambassadors in their communities, this is only the start. Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Crowell, who is the parliamentary representative for Barima-Winey Region 1, said he was proud of the steps the graduates have taken to better themselves and to further develop their respective communities. Minister Crowell also urged them to continue to broaden their knowledge and to serve their communities with pride. This is the largest batch to graduate from the program, which is piloted by the Ministry of Health. Apart from their usual duties at health facilities, CHWs usually work to enhance the communication between community members and healthcare providers. You're watching MTV's News Update. More news on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
With Dad, everything is possible. One time, while everything was still spinning, he gave Teddy a bath. He even has his own supermarket at home, so we never run out of fresh snacks. And on my birthday, Dad made the room cold, but the wind didn't blow my candles, so my wishes can come true.
Imagine the possibilities.
Available at ACH Inc., the authorized Samsung distributor for Guyana.
The Central Housing and Planning Authority has employed the services of rangers, and we're kindly asking you, the members of the public, for your full cooperation as we seek to bring order and semblance to communities under our management. Our rangers are responsible for the monitoring of schemes for contravention under the Town and Country Planning Act and agreement of sales issued to allottees, responding appropriately to reports made by members of the public or allottees in schemes where there are illegal activities in contravention of the CHMPA's policies and the Town and Country Planning Act, to undertake investigations into report on the misuse of the roads, squatting, animal nuisance, and dumping of garbage and derelict vehicles in schemes, issue notices for illegal construction and letters regarding penalties to be paid for the storage of materials on the roads within our schemes. Our rangers will be properly identifiable at all times, as they have all been outfitted with the agency's badge. From time to time, they will be in your community, so in order for them to function effectively and better serve you, your cooperation is needed.
A message from the Central Housing and Planning Authority.
Modern Optical Service has made it even better by introducing its budgeted spectacle line, starting as low as $10,000 for single vision lens and $12,000 for bifocal lens, available in tinted or clear, complete spectacles at affordable prices. So hurry down to our main office at 316 Middle Street or Lot 14 Diamond Public Road opposite Demerara Bank. Enjoy over 60 years of eye care experience at affordable prices. Modern Optical Service, your eye care professionals.
Are you building or renovating your home? Then come to Beeson for a wide range of aluminum and UPVC windows and doors. Get from single hung sash, awning, casement, sliding windows, plus sliding and swinging doors. All our products can be customized and fitted with insect screens and are sealed tight to withstand harsh weather conditions. At Beeson's, we also carry commercial, glass and French doors, showcases, aluminum louvers, curtain walls, aluminum rails, plus sliding and frameless shower doors. So look no further. Visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 Eccles Industrial Site or call 622-4197 or 623-4197. Beeson Windows and Doors, built with pride in Guyana by Guyanese.
This is MTV's News Update. Welcome back. A pensioner is now dead after a fire of unknown origin completely gutted his house in John and Stone Street, Campbellville, Georgetown. Here is more.
Dead That is 76-year-old Angel Thompson of Lot 73 John and Stone Street, Campbellville, Georgetown, who was a former general manager of the Guyana National Printers Limited. Son of the deceased, Kayota Thompson, spoke to this newscast and said the fire started around 2 hours this morning in the bottom flat of the two-story building. Kayota, his sister, and her kids occupied the bottom flat of the building, while their parents were living on the top floor at the time of the fire. He explained that he was alerted by his niece about the fire.
I heard one of my niece shout fire, right? And I come outside and I come out. When I meet here to the same middle window here, I notice smoke coming out here. So I come, pick up a bucket and I head to the pipe for full some water. Once I full in the water, now coming back, my sister and her kids come out.
Thompson said by the time he went to the room where the blaze started, the fire was already out of control and was spreading to other parts of the building. His niece was trapped, but fortunately, they acted quickly and she was brought out safely from the burning building.
My other niece, she went in the back room. But after the fire was here, she did get trapped at the back there. So we had to break out this window here now, we should get to come out.
While they were busy trying to get his niece out, Angel Thompson was bringing out his wife from the burning house, but returned inside and never came out back. He was burnt to death.
Same time now, my father bring out my mother, because they living upstairs. And he turned back for something. I know he turned back for, but he turned back and ended up getting trapped inside of there.
The cause of the fire is still unknown. Luan Williams from MTV's News Update.
As the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign continues, some 2,176 children have been vaccinated. More in this report.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony said he is pleased with the response from parents to protect their children from the coronavirus. The vaccination rollout will continue in Regions 3 and 6 later this week.
As we roll out to the regions, we are going to leave regional teams behind because as we train and they start working, those teams are going to remain in the region to complete the schools in the region. So like when we roll out to Region 3, that team would remain permanently in Region 3 to work with the Ministry of Education folks so that we can complete Region 3. Similarly in 6, similarly in 2 when we get 2 to 10, and by early next week we start training people in the hinterland as well.
Minister Anthony said persons will be trained to administer the vaccines in Regions 3 and 6 to avoid delays in vaccination when the teams move to other communities. Training will be conducted with persons in the hinterland regions next week.
So far, the exercise has been quite good. We've had a number of parents bringing the children to get their vaccination. As of yesterday, those numbers are 2,176 children who would have received at least their first dose of the Pfizer vaccine. We also note that sometimes parents, when they bring their children, they themselves are asking for the vaccine, so I think that's a good thing as well.
On Thursday last, the Health Ministry, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, began distribution of the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccines to children between the ages of 12 to 18. The distribution of the vaccines began at St. Stanislaus College and continued on Sunday at Movietown and yesterday at St. Joseph's High School. The drive continued today at Bladen Hall Secondary School, East Coast Demerara, and Diamond Secondary School, East Bank Demerara. Reporting for MTV News Updates, Social Giles.
The Ministry of Health will begin using mobile teams to continue the countrywide COVID-19 vaccination of children 12 to 17 years. Minister Dr. Frank Anthony said the teams will complement the already over 100 fixed COVID vaccination sites across the country. He said his ministry has collaborated with the Education Ministry to work out a schedule to have the vaccines administered at various schools. Dr. Anthony reminded that the vaccine is available to children 12 to 17, noting that it is the first of 2 shots they must take to be fully immunized. The minister said the government hopes to get the cooperation of all parents for all eligible children to take the vaccine. He said if the trend of high turnout continues, soon all adolescents will be vaccinated. He noted that it would also allow for schools to reopen for face-to-face learning in a safe environment. Based on calculations so far, some 2,000 adolescents received their vaccine on Sunday. However, the number is not yet finalized as the ministry is still tallying. While the number of vaccinations on Sunday were predominantly children, some parents took the opportunity of getting their vaccines as well. More news coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Are you running around looking for construction materials? Well, run down to Lens for affordable, high-quality building supplies. We have the widest range of grade A floor and wall tiles in any shape, size, and designs. And all types of ceramics, porcelain glazed, and full-body porcelain. We stock the largest collection of large format tiles. Check out our porcelain slabs as big as 10 feet by 4.5 feet. Add a bit of elegance with our large range of decorative molding. Our line of PPG paints will give you vibrant colors that won't fade. With our wall and ceiling gypsum system, it's light, durable, and fast. So come down to Lens at 136 Cherry Street, which is next to Buddy's and Pizza Hut, for that 31 years of Lens quality.
You can be a millionaire by only spending $100 on a Daily Million ticket. Simply pick any 5 numbers from 1 to 26, or you can buy a quick pick for your chance to win the Daily Millions. Purchase your tickets daily, Monday through Saturday, to get a chance to win $1 million every day. So, feeling lucky? Then buy a Daily Millions ticket today. Remember, a ticket today could make you rich today.
It happens. Your septic tank is full. All the waste from your toilet goes into your septic tank through the sewage line. When your tank is full, the 2 most common indicators are an overflowing tank and an overflowing toilet. It is recommended that Sevon's Waste Management empty your septic tank every 2 to 3 years to avoid any embarrassment. And before you can say, shh, it's gone. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455 or 218-1156.
You're tuned to MTV's News Update. A high-level delegation from Guyana last week participated in the first edition of the Guyana Shield Strategic Dialogue held in Cayenne, French Guiana, to discuss security threats among other challenges. Here is Lewin Williams.
Prime Minister Brigadier retired Mark Phillips led the delegation, which included Minister of Home Affairs Robson Ben, Chief of Staff of the Ghana Defense Force Brigadier Godfrey Bess, and National Security Advisor to the President Captain Jerry Govaya, and other officials. Suriname's delegation was led by Defense Minister Krishna Maturo, and the French delegation was led by Brigadier General Regis Colcombet. This is the first edition of the Ghana Shield Strategic Dialogue that was held in Cayenne, French Guiana. The Office of the Prime Minister said the engagement saw discussions on joint security threats and challenges facing the countries. The engagement also underscored the importance of shared respective understanding of the regional strategic defense and security environment and how the countries can collaborate in the fight against security threats and other challenges facing the population, such as territories, maritime space, and their interest. The 3 countries have agreed to exchange views and to work closely on technical and operational areas, including increased joint land and sea patrol missions. They will also strive for a global and coordinated approach against illicit trafficking and serious crimes, including drug trafficking, illegal gold mining, environmental crimes, and other issues. In addition, they will respond and increase joint attention to the environment and climate, including security and defense impact on climate change, and to help safeguard essential conditions for peace and sustainable development. Luan Williams for MTV's News Update.
Tourism in Moragabai, the only indigenous community in Region 5, was given a boost with the commissioning of a new eco-lodge that will cater for tourists who wish to make overnight trips to the community. The newly constructed eco-lodge was officially commissioned on Monday by Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Onaj Waldron, who was accompanied by the British High Commissioner to Guyana, Jane Miller. Minister Waldron, during her feature address, noted that tourism development is a priority of the government as it has the potential of being one of the top income earners for the country. The minister noted that the establishment of the Eco Lodge is just the beginning of greater things in the community. She noted that the goal must be to offer visitors with accommodations that are on par with other countries. She said visitors must have access to different tiers of experiences, be it rustic, mid-range, or luxury experiences. It was disclosed that expressions of interest will soon be sent out for more eco-lodges. The British High Commission donated a photovoltaic solar system that will power the facility. Meanwhile, the British High Commissioner noted that the Commission has been working with the government of Guyana for some time. She said the government is keen on creating more jobs, developing tourism as part of the economic development strategy. 23 community support officers today completed a 2-week information and communication technology training at Global Technology. More in this report.
The trainees were drawn from 8 regions, which were selected for the wider CSO program under the Ministry of Amerindian Affairs, Youth Entrepreneurship, and Apprenticeship program. The 2-week ICT training was carried out by Global Technology. The program aims to develop Amerindian and hinterland youths through the creation of job opportunities, building capacity, and strengthening their individual interests and skills. Minister of Public Services Sonia Parag extended gratitude to the graduates since they will play a crucial part in the economy development.
Why you should be proud of yourselves, and you should be proud of yourselves today, is because this will have a trickle-down effect. Not only are you investing in yourselves, but you are investing in your community. You should be proud because you will now go back to your community and give back that skill set that you have been trained in so that others will benefit from it, and by extension, the country at large will benefit from your skill set.
This newscast spoke with several of the CSOs who graduated from the program.
When I go back to my community, I will try my best to share what I learned with the technology, in global technology. I will share with the rest, the younger ones coming up in my village, and also learn more.
Well, it would benefit me a great lot because my community internet is very rare, right? And it's only now that it's coming in, and I'm glad for the opportunity. And the students in there, the children, the little ones growing up, education would be, let's say, on a low level for them because of the virus and stuff. So this internet, the ICT training, in this what I must say, this computer training would benefit them a real lot, because when I go back to my community, I will ensure that they learn everything that I know, that I've been taught out here. I would love to teach them. I would love to teach them.
I'm willing to share all the knowledge that I've gained to all the residents in my village, and the younger ones especially, to elevate them and to give them more knowledge about computer and whatever they would like to learn. Whatever I know, I am willing to teach them everything.
So when there are the other sets of CSO that are my colleagues, so when I go back, I'll be able to teach them this course, what I've learned, and for the other year, again from January to December, I will be spending another year with the other set, teaching them what I've learned.
So there's an ICT hub in our community, and when school reopens, we'll be assisting the students in the primary school and then learning them about the computers, teaching them, Yeah, and in the village council, I could write letters and do those things.
Benefit me by helping me because I've never really been on a training before, and I'll try my best to help out others and stuff like that.
No good communication with internet in my community, so I think this is like a good initiative for the community, because it will get a lot of people more in my community more computer like more computer more close with computer because for the past years there was no computer hubs or nothing in my community, so this will make a big change in my community.
Among the graduates, there were 8 officers who graduated with straight A's in the training. The participants were each presented with certificates and a tablet. Reporting for MTV's News Update, Rihanna Griffith.
We now take a look at tips for healthy living, brought to you with the kind compliments of Natura's high and low milk powder, distributed by Diabetes Variety.
What does Natura high and low milk powder have? It is fortified with the extra good nuts of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura, high and low, healthy, can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura high and low milk powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
Gingivitis is a common and mild form of gum disease that causes irritation, redness, and swelling of your gingiva, the part of your gum around the base of your teeth. It is important to take gingivitis seriously and treat it promptly. Gingivitis can lead to much more serious gum disease called periodontitis and tooth loss. The most common cause of gingivitis is poor oral hygiene. Good oral health habits such as brushing at least twice a day, flossing daily, and getting regular dental checkups can help prevent and reverse gingivitis. Symptoms: healthy gums are firm and pale pink and fitted tightly around the teeth. Signs and symptoms of gingivitis include swollen or puffy gums, dusky red or dark red gums, gums that bleed easily when you brush or floss, bad breath, receding gums, tender gums. Causes: the most common cause of gingivitis is poor oral hygiene that encourages plaque to form on teeth, causing inflammation of the surrounding gum tissues. Here's how plaque can lead to gingivitis. 1. Plaque forms on your teeth. Plaque is an invisible sticky film composed mainly of bacteria that forms on your teeth when starches and sugars in food interact with bacteria normally found in your mouth. Plaque requires daily removal because it reforms quickly. 2. Plaque turns into tartar. Plaque that stays on your teeth can harden under your gum line into tartar, which collects bacteria. Tartar makes plaque more difficult to remove, creates a protective shield for bacteria, and causes irritation along the gum line. Tartar makes plaque more difficult to remove, creates a protective shield. Tartar makes plaque more difficult to remove, creates a protective shield for bacteria, and causes irritation along the gum line. You need professional dental cleaning to remove tartar. 3. Gingiva become inflamed, resulting in gingivitis. The longer that plaque and tartar remain on your teeth, the more they irritate the gum, causing inflammation. In time, your gums become swollen and bleed easily. This may also result in tooth decay. If not treated, gingivitis can advance to periodontitis and eventual tooth loss. Risk factors. Gingivitis is common and anyone can develop it. Factors that increase your risk of gingivitis include poor oral care habits, smoking or chewing tobacco, older age, dry mouth, poor nutrition including vitamin C deficiency, dental restorations that do not fit properly, or crooked teeth that are difficult to clean. Prevention. 1. Good oral hygiene. That means brushing your teeth for 2 minutes at least twice daily, in the morning and before going to bed, and flossing at least once a day. Even better, brushing after every meal or snack, or as your dentist recommends. Flossing before you brush allows you to clean away the loosened food particles and bacteria. 2. Regular dental visits. See your dentist or dental hygienist regularly for cleanings, usually every 6 to 12 months. 3. Good health practices. Practices such as healthy eating and managing blood sugar if you have diabetes are also important to maintain gum health. Treatment. Prompt treatment usually reverses symptoms of gingivitis and prevents its progression to more serious gum disease and tooth loss. You have the best chance for successful treatment when you also adopt a daily routine of good oral care and stop tobacco use. Professional gingivitis care includes 1. Professional dental cleaning. Your initial professional cleaning will include removing all traces of plaque, tartar, and bacterial products. 2. Dental restoration if needed. Misaligned teeth or poorly fitting crowns, bridges, or other dental restorations may irritate your gums and make it harder to remove plaque during daily oral care. If problems with your teeth or dental restorations contribute to your gingivitis, your dentist may recommend fixing these problems. 3. Ongoing care. Gingivitis usually clears up after a thorough professional cleaning, as long as you continue good oral hygiene at home. If you are consistent with your home oral hygiene, you should see the return of pink healthy gum tissue within days or weeks. Lifestyle and home remedies. Steps you can take at home to prevent and reverse gingivitis include: 1. Brush your teeth twice a day or after every meal or snack. 2. Use a soft toothbrush and replace it at least every 3 to 4 months. 3. Consider using an electric toothbrush, which may be more effective at removing plaque and tartar. 4. Floss daily. 5. Use a mouth rinse to help reduce plaque between your teeth. 6. Get regular professional dental cleanings on a schedule recommended by your dentist. 7. Do not smoke or chew tobacco.
What does Natura high and low milk powder have? It is fortified with the extra good nights of vitamins A, C, D, E, and K. It is high in calcium, protein, and enriched with folic acid, all of which help to strengthen your immune system. What it doesn't have is fat and cholesterol. Natura, high and low, healthy, can taste good. Available at all leading supermarkets and groceries nationwide. Natura high and low milk powder is not for infants 1 year and under.
The ISG and MTV's Sport Update is next. Stay tuned.
Everyone is now using Softex toilet tissue, available in leading supermarkets countrywide. Softex is always silky smooth because it's made from virgin pulp and babies love it. Softex comes available in single rolls, economy pack, 6-pack, and 1 dozen packages. Just perfect for any budget. Manufactured and distributed by BPAT's Paper Manufacturing, Eccles Industrial Site. For more information, telephone 622-4197.
Did you know that a water meter helps you to save money? Metered GWI customers are billed based on the amount of water consumed. This allows you to manage your consumption to avoid a higher reading. Get to know your water service meter and save big on your next water bill. Support GWI's metering movement. Remember, if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. A message from Guyana Water Incorporated.
We're ready. Cricket is we game. Don't know quite the same. We still display our passion, love all over the Caribbean. Can you feel the energy? Team spirit and unity. Feel the soul of the Caribbean. Courage to stand as one. Yeah, yeah. Play it safe. We the best, you the best, we the best, you the best, yeah. With passion, courage, and love, we in this together now.
Republic Bank, official banking partner of CPL 2021.
Fibertech materials are used in a multitude of ways, from repairing and fabrication of auto body, fishing, and household items. We have available various fiberglass mattings, resin, mold releases, brushes, and rollers for all of your repair needs. We offer technical advice and free training to ensure you get the job done. For further information, call us at 220-6907 or 220-9192.
Get the right seal right now from Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., your immediate SKF sealing solutions. The SKF Seal Jet Machine is capable of building seals from 5mm to 600mm in diameter in under 5 minutes. With technical support readily available, you can get a customized seal to suit virtually any industrial application, like buffer, rod, wiper, and piston seals. SKF Seal Jet Machine, now at Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc.
Youth Basketball Guyana is set to launch 5 academies by the end of this year after successfully launching 5 academies across the country. These 5 academies are located in New Amsterdam, President's College Court on the East Coast, 1 in Kwakwani that caters to both youths from there and Roraima, and 2 in Georgetown at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall and Marion Academy Basketball Court. They are currently in the process of opening academies on the west coast of Demerara, Linden, and in Rose Hall Quarantine. There are also plans for an additional Georgetown Academy at the Transport Sports Club. The academies were supplied with all the necessary equipment to ensure proper functioning of the facility. This is according to Chris Bowman, co-director at Youth Basketball Guyana.
And it's been going very successful actually, because we have been able to work with all of our groups. We've been able to work with reach all the age groups. The one age group we have not yet managed to work with are the kids on the 11, or the kids who are at the primary school level. Youth Basketball Guyana have always had a robust developmental program from 6 years old all the way up to 19 years old. But for now, the focus are for those secondary school age kids, and we have been able to really get them started.
They aim to reach the younger children within the next few weeks. The association started these academies to bring youths back into the sport after a 2-year hiatus from the sport as a result of the pandemic. While they would typically be training the youths in their respective schools, this was inhibited by the switch to online learning, where students were now mainly confined to their homes. They have adopted strict protocols to run these academies safely amid the pandemic.
Everyone who is interested in any of the sign up for any of the academy, they would go to Youth Basketball Guyana page. They would complete the registration form. We would respond to the registration form, and then we would add them to the academy. Each academy has a WhatsApp group. And in that WhatsApp group, they're able to access all the information like pre-screening. So they can now go and they can complete their pre-screening before every session. And once those pre-screenings are completed, then we are able to assess it.
In addition to this, athletes are usually required to wear their masks at all times while training and sanitize every time they step on or off the court. All of their equipment is sanitized, and they are not allowed to train anywhere outside of their individual academies. Youth Basketball Guyana hopes that once they have 10 active academies, they will be able to plan a tournament for the academy athletes in 2022. They also hope these academy students will have opportunities to participate in the Guyana-Suriname Inter-Guyana Games once it returns. Today in the Paralympics, cyclist Walter Grant Stewart has made history for Guyana after being the first athlete to compete for the country at the Paralympic Games, which started in 1960. He pedaled into action at 12:47 a.m. this morning in the men's C5 time trial, where he finished 13th with 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 17.69 seconds. The 32-year-old national champion is one of Guyana's most decorated cyclists, having won many titles during his career. The 32 km Paralympic race was won by 2016 road race winner Daniel Abraham Gibru of Netherlands, who won gold with a time of 42 minutes and 46.45 seconds. Silver went to Ukraine's Yehor Dementiev, the 2016 time trial gold medalist. Third place went to Australia's Alistair Donohoe. Grant Stewart will be back on the track this Friday when he races in the men's C4-5 road race event. In cricket news, the Guyana Amazon Warriors will face off against the Trinbago Knight Riders once again tomorrow morning in match 11 of the Hero Caribbean Premier League. Both teams head into Warner Park on 2 points after a single win from 3 matches. The Warriors opened the tournament with a win against the Knight Riders, who are the defending champions, but followed up with 2 consecutive losses against the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Team captain Nicholas Puran said while the Warriors are disappointed with the losses, they will be looking to turn their losing streak around tomorrow.
The good thing is that it's one team that beat us twice. We obviously won against Trinidad, so I feel like we're still in a really good position, because if you look at the points table, St. Kitts Patriots, they won all the games, and the rest of teams are on 2 points. So the tournament hasn't really gone anywhere yet. I think every team in this tournament is still looking for their best combinations as well, and we also are looking for our best combinations. So we have 2 days break. Hopefully we could just relax a little bit and come up with some better plans and get ready to play on Wednesday morning.
Meanwhile, the Night Riders will also be looking to rack up more points tomorrow. They have suffered some narrow losses, such as losing to the St. Lucia Kings by 5 runs, so they will be putting in that extra effort for a win. Kieran Pollard, Trinbago's team captain, said he is not satisfied with their position so far.
Obviously not. You want to be 3-3. You only sitting pretty just like the St. Kitts Patriots. But again, these things happened last year. We went through the entire tournament without losing a game. But as I say, there's different ways to get a final result in terms of a tournament. You might be able to win all the games and win a tournament, or it might be the difficult route up. So for us, I think we haven't been far off. We have lost a couple of close games, one by 8 runs, one by 5 runs. So just as I said, it's just a matter of us, putting the pieces of the puzzle together quickly and, playing that complete game and sort of building that momentum.
And finally, the members of the Rose Hall Town Youth and Sports Club Namilco Thunderbolt Flower cricket teams, with the assistance of several donors, have undertaken to construct a home for a family. The under-21 and First Division teams will be spearheading the construction of a 20 feet by 24 feet flat concrete home for an ailing elderly couple and their 14-year-old daughter in the village of Bloomfield, located in the Lower Quarantine. The team reached out to the family after 63-year-old Chunilal Sonaru visited the club's office pleading for assistance. Sonaru is a pensioner living in a house on the verge of falling down with his 55-year-old wife, who is ill and unable to walk. His daughter is also said to be ill. The family survives on a small pension that is exhausted on their medical expenses. Construction of the new home is expected to start shortly with the support of several donors and is expected to be completed and furnished by the end of September. For MTV Sports Update, Jessica Callender.
That brings us to the end of Sport Update, which was brought to you with the kind compliments of ISG. More after the break.
Welcome to Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., Guyana's sole distributor of NP and Ultra lubricants, SKF bearings, seal and belts, international trucks and parts, and Napa batteries. With a bond capacity of 30,000 square foot, we offer superior brands at affordable prices and the best after-sales service. ISG supplies sustainable integrated solutions to make your business a growing success. Visit us at our new main office at Lot 4Q Peters Hall. ISG, the best opportunity to make the right choice.
And that brings down the curtain on tonight's newscast. But before we go, here is a reminder of our top stories. Government to expand services at COVID hospital. Second set electoral reforms being drafted. Pensioner burnt to death in house. And in sport, Warriors to face Night Riders tomorrow in third CPL match. Catch our rebroadcast tomorrow at 6 hours 30. Don't forget to like our Facebook page where the news can be viewed live at 19 hours 30. On behalf of our news and technical teams, Ashley Scotland saying stay safe and goodbye for now.